right, this week we are practicing quartal voicings. And this series of voicings can be used to represent the sound of a minor 7 chord when we're comping two-handed, or you can use it to represent a major 7 chord in different variations and lots of other chord qualities as well. But we're going to be learning it here as a two-handed pattern to work for comping on a C minor 7 chord, and then you can transpose it to other keys. So what the series of chords is, it's 3 different voicings, okay? The first set of voicings are what is often called the so what voicings. And the so what voicings are a series of fourths with a major third on top. And so the first 2 chords of the pattern, or the first 2 voicings of the pattern, are so what voicings a whole step away from each other. Okay? So a fourth, a fourth, a fourth, and a major third. And then the same thing a whole step higher. The third voicing in the series of 5 is a little bit different. It's kind of like a C minor 6/9. It has this tritone here on the bottom, and then it's fourths on top. So it's a 4 stack here in the right hand and a tritone in the left hand, a fourth lower than the right hand thumb. So the first 3 voicings. And then the last 2 voicings are all fourths. 2 notes in the left hand, 3 notes in the right hand. Okay? And so this is the pattern here. And now we're getting across the sound of C minor as we move through these 5 voicings, right? So if I play this, if I start here on this voicing, this doesn't have the important notes of C minor in it. So it's kind of getting across more of a D minor sound, honestly, right? But because we're moving through time, we're hearing the sound of C minor sticking to these 5 voicings, okay? I think my teacher Randy, when I was in college or high school, taught me this pattern, and it works really great, and I love it because it's not parallel chords. It's not that I'm taking the same thing through a key signature of C minor, right? Which also sounds great, right? It's that I'm switching between a few voicings, and really throwing this voicing in the middle is nice. This is a great F13 or F7 voicing also. And so when I'm practicing these at first, you just start trying to get them into your hands, right? So you just go slow and you play through the pattern. Up and then back down. And then I might try to jump around. So I might try to skip one. So I'll start here in the first voice, and then I'll jump to the third voicing. Then I'll go to the second. And then I'll go to the next one up. And then I'll go down to the third. And then I'll go to the top voicing, right? And it's important to not always start on the root, so that if I start here in the middle voicing, I can practice moving up from that direction also. Right? As you get going with these and you start to get them into your hands, you also want to practice playing them by moving down a half step or up a half step and then back. Because that sounds really good when you're comping underneath a solo or underneath a big band or a band or ensemble in general. Also, between the first 2 and the last 2, you can move parallel up. And you get some nice voice slating and some nice motion in the chords. So, anyways, that's this week's practice idea. And so see what you can do with that. And hopefully you can start using these voicings right away. And then the other video, which is that we've posted before, was about 2-handed major chord voicings. This goes nicely with that. And you can combine both of these to kind of pump up your 2-handed voicing. Chord playing, I guess, right? So anyway, see what you can do with that. Good luck.